Hey everybody, welcome back to the Truck Driver Sean channel. I'm at Deviant Guitars, aka Royce's house. And today, which is still the other day, but you're going to see it on a different day because, content, the 7-string Linchpin by Deviant Guitars. Built by, again, this guy, Royce, from Deviant Guitars. Let's do some 7-string chugging. And then we'll talk about it, just like we did before. So roll my fucking bean footage. Chill out, man. So you heard me play some shitty riffs on an amazing guitar. This is the counterpart to my 6-string, or the Linchpin 6-string, we'll call it. This is a 7-string, 28-inch. I guess you call it a baritone at that point.
Some people would insult me for saying it's not a true baritone, but fuck them. It's an extended range, we'll call it that.
Yeah. if you look at it, it's identical to the purple 6-string, which by design was set up that way so it didn't stick way out, but you can use smaller strings with your lower tunings without having to play a bunch of cables, which means you can have really tight chugs that don't sound like, donkey farts. So they're tight and right, you know what I mean? And as far as things go with the woods, we have the same woods, just a couple little differences. Body, alder. Top is it's maple, not flame. What's the other one called?
Starts with a Q.
Queer?
Queer maple, that's it.
Yeah. Quilted, there we go. It's a quilted maple, and the variant is Angel
Step. Yeah.
Angel Step.
I don't know why the fuck they call it that. Please don't ask me.
It's probably because of these.
Yeah. It's just the fact that they make this like V pattern anyway. I could be a fucking nerd. No, I'm not gonna.
Sweet. All right. 28 inches. We got 24 jumbo stainless steel frets going through a black tusk Graphtec nut. The ebony fretboard again. Why is that word not illuminated? Use your damn black light. There we go. Some dust goes in there, sort of like some booger sugar. Makes it glow. The hell is that shit? UV. There we go. UV crank dust. And then
it's glow in the dark powder made specifically from Eisenberg down in Albuquerque.
Not Zuckerberg. That's another idiot.
It's blue glow in the dark powder mixed in a clear resin, so it shows up white, glows blue. Followed by lumen lay-side dots, 24 jumbo stainless steel frets.
Has 7 locking tuners because it's a 7-string.
Yeah, locking tuners on all Deviant guitars.
Yep, all of them. Tip shot, of course. Kill switch. No knobs. No flicky switchy. No nothing. You're either gonna play or you're not gonna play. This guitar doesn't want to argue with you. This is a man's guitar. No arguing. No, you make a dinner later. Play. Don't play. That's it. Hit yourself for me. All right, it has recessed strap locks. And it also has an awesome, I didn't mention this in the other video, but the jacks he uses are phenomenal. They grab a hold of your instrument cord and do not let, to get them out is right there where you're irritated almost. Like if it took one more tug, you'd be irritated. They're tight. They're not going to fall out on you. And as somebody who sits in a chair filming videos doing this, you don't know how many times I've yanked my cord out and I've had to say the MF word, which is motherfucker for all those who don't know. Yeah. I'm permanently demonetized from having any kind of shit going on with that, so I ain't gonna worry about watching my mouth anymore. YouTube should have never told me that. Of course, you have the black on the back, and it bleeds over into the neck, which I love that dusted look. I know some people might not be fancy on it, but I just love how it just dusts itself in there. To me, that's just very cool. But I've also liked like apocalyptic looking things. It's kind of been my thing, and that just, it's like an extra touch I didn't ask for. And when you don't ask for it and you get an extra touch, that's just good business. We have a TDS rack in the bridge because there's no neck pickup, because why? And that's the prototype. It's got a little bug we're working out with it, but it does work. As you can tell from the video, it works quite well. And other than that, I can't really, You got on this one it's black. I've almost called them that stupid doily thing again.
They're called string ferrules.
String ferrules. I don't know why I feel like calling them doilies. I think it's what I've always called them. Just no one ever corrected me because I thought it was funny. Because I have a bunch of dicks for friends. It's got a good thickness to it. It's got a good weight. It's not heavy. It's not light. It's, in my opinion, now that I've played it a bit, it is perfectly balanced. Which means these were put in the exact right place. And all it takes is these to be put off just a little bit. Like say you put them in right here, the guitar would not sit the same. This actually has a lot to do with it. How do you figure that out anyway as a builder? Do you have something you stick on this to see where it's going to do, or is it like guesswork and you hope for the best?
Mostly guesswork, trial and error, past experience, just kind of understanding balance points. On something like this or any super strat, it's actually easier to balance that kind of stuff because you have an upper horn to grab onto, and that's actually your main balance point. So what I do is I usually grab them like this, and then I'll just go with the center line of the body, and then you can kind of like move it up or down and just figure out where that shift point is, so that you're essentially trying to take the weight off of here and just sort of move it, wherever you rest it. But it's hard to do. Some of it's just guesswork, mostly.
But he nailed it. So yeah, another great guitar. So I have I guess you call it matching set, even though they're different colors and different scale lengths. But I did that on purpose. Purple and green are my colors. You watch my channel forever, you know that. And in case you didn't realize it, black on green, gold on purple. It's a thing. And purple pick up on the green, green pick up on the purple. Yeah. Want to talk about nerd shit? I might be. Or it's OCD. Or is there such thing as an OCD nerd?
Hi, my name is Royce.
All right, so we already talked about. Did we talk about the carbon stuff on?
No.
We skipped over the neck, man.
Major differences for the neck on this one. We added 2 carbon rods to it for extra stability. When you get these longer scale lengths, especially something like 28, you've got a longer neck, and that means you're more susceptible to change in things like barometric pressure, humidity, temperature, all that stuff. And then the other difference is just the woods that were chosen. They are pretty much purely for decoration, but that's a 7-piece neck like the other one. Main components of it are quarter sawn white maple, and then in the middle down there you've got 2 sections of purple heart, and then a nice little wenge or
wench.
Yeah.
Per Chase Lewis, it's a wench. He didn't get wedgies; he got wages.
I actually don't know if wenge is the right pronunciation. So if you,
it's what we all call it, though, except for Chase. It's wenge.
I've always heard it wenge, but I don't know.
That's what I always heard.
I'm no expert. I just play with.
Maybe Chase is the smart one out of all of us.
Yeah, maybe.
He's the wenge. The wenge lord. He's getting wengy with it. But yeah, the guitar's rock solid. Like I said, it's got good weight. It plays really well. And people are gonna. I know someone's gonna ask you like, "What's his neck feel like?" And I didn't go over this in the other one, but if you're an old salty piece of shit like I am, it reminds me a lot of like the old Charvels. How they weren't a handful, but they weren't super thin. It's not thin like a wizard neck. So when you're playing a chord, and if you're like me, like I'm a fucking gorilla. When I bend down and push in and hit on it, it's not basically dipping itself out of tune while I'm playing it. It's holding up. So it's enough there that it's in your hand, but it's not so much that your hand cramps trying to reach things. It's a super duper comfortable neck. And the same thing with the 6-string version. It's super duper comfortable. But yeah. Anyhow, check out Deviant Guitars. This guy, Royce, he builds them, designs them, takes your money, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they cost money. And again, these things here, if you want to get one, it's called the Linchpin. We're having good chuckles calling it my signature series. I just had an idea. He ran with my idea, and this is what we ended up with. And it was, I imagine, quite the undertaking. So thank you so much for building the pair. As a pair, they're phenomenal when you see them together. It's art. It's just art. So yeah. Anyhow, very cool. Deviant Guitars. You can find them on Instagram. Find them on Facebook. He has a website, deviantguitars.com.
Yep.
Pretty easy to find. If you can't spell, then, well, don't look at me for help. Figure that shit out. All right. Very cool. There'll be more videos to come. More videos to come using this guitar and my 6-string. I'm also going to take a few seconds just to go over some of his other ones in another video. Just talk about some of his other shapes and what they're called, so people have a better idea. And yeah, as always, if you see me in your area and you want to try these, I am going to be carrying the 6 and 7-string with me on the road. So if you want to check them out, get a hold of me. And if I'm in your area, I usually have enough time where I can stop and you can try these out. Definitely, you should always put your hands on something if you're unsure of it. But honestly, sometimes taking that leap of faith, you end up with a very good instrument. And what's cool about this is you're getting in on the ground floor of who I believe is going to be a prominent builder in the United States before too long. And it's kind of cool to have numbers on your guitars that aren't this long. They're that long. Like your dong. I'll see you in the next video. Later.